Subway trains are rushing right beneath our apartment floor. A million people running to a million different doors. The digital clocks are flashing, counting down the busy days. The whole world is spinning in a frantic, blurry haze. They say time is money. They say you have to constantly move. You have to find your rhythm. You have to find your modern groove. But my head is spinning and my spirit's wearing thin. I'm tired of the racing before the races even begin. I close the blinds against the neon flashing city light. I wanna build a barricade to keep away the night. Just drop your heavy briefcase, leave your jacket in the hall. Let's stop the spinning axis. Let's defy the gravity's call and hold me slow. Take it down to 78 beats. Let the silence settle in these noisy, crowded streets. I don't wanna rush the moment. I don't wanna hurry past. I wanna make this single second stretch and finally last. Trace the lines upon my palm like a map you memorize. Let me find my safe reflection deep inside your tired eyes. The universe is racing with nowhere left to go. So wrap your arms around me and darling, hold me slow. I found the silver hair hiding in your messy curly mane. A tiny little sign that we are standing in the rain of time's relentless weather, washing all our youth away. It makes me wanna anchor down and beg the clock to stay. We are always planning for a future that we cannot see, ignoring all the beauty of the things that used to be. Let's throw away the calendars, the schedules and the plans, and measure out eternity by the touch of your warm hands. I close the blinds against the neon flashing city light. I wanna build a barricade to keep away the night. Just drop your heavy briefcase, leave your jacket in the hall. Let's stop the spinning axis. Let's defy the gravity's call and hold me slow. Take it down to 78 beats. Let the silence settle in these noisy, crowded streets. I don't wanna rush the moment. I don't wanna hurry past. I wanna make this single second stretch and finally last. Trace the lines upon my palm like a map you memorize. Let me find my safe reflection deep inside your tired eyes. The universe is racing with nowhere left to go. So wrap your arms around me and darling, hold me slow. It's an act of pure rebellion just to stand here perfectly still, refusing to be crushed beneath the modern turning mill. Let the sirens wail outside, let the engines loudly roar. We have found our sanctuary behind this wooden door. So hold me slow, take it down to 78 beats. Let the silence settle in these noisy, crowded streets. I don't wanna rush the moment. I don't wanna hurry past. I wanna make this single second stretch and finally last. Trace the lines upon my palm like a map you memorize. Let me find my safe reflection deep inside your tired eyes. The universe is racing with nowhere left to go. So wrap your arms around me and darling, hold me slow. Just hold me slow. Breathe with me right here. Don't You packed your canvas duffel bag at 2:45. The taxi honked outside, tearing you away from me. I smiled and waved from the doorway, brave and standing tall. But the moment that you left, my back slid down the wall. Now the apartment echoes with a deafening kind of quiet. The ghost of your laughter is starting up a riot. I walk into the bedroom, the shadows stretching long, looking for a piece of you to tell me I'm strong. I sink into the mattress on the left side of the bed, where the impression of your shoulders hasn't faded yet. I close my tired eyes and try to stop the spin. I bury my face in the cotton and I breathe you in. I breathe you in, a mix of cedar wood and rain, a secret kind of medicine that takes away the pain. It's like you never left, it's like you're lying here. I inhale the memory and make you reappear. They say distance makes the fragile heart grow fond, but I am drowning in the middle of this lonely pond. So I pull your heavy sweater up against my chin. I close my eyes, let go of the world and breathe you in. There's a half-read paperback you left upon the desk, a coffee stain shaped like a heart upon your Sunday vest. These tiny little artifacts of the life we intertwine are the only sacred relics keeping me in line. I count the days on the calendar with a heavy red pen, wondering exactly when I'll see your face again. The miles stretch between us like an endless desert road, but I carry your essence to lighten up the load. I wander to the closet where your jackets hang in rows. I wrap my arms around the fabric, pretending I'm enclosed. I close my tired eyes and try to stop the spin. I bury my face in the collar and I breathe you in. I breathe you in, a mix of cedar wood and rain, a secret kind of medicine that takes away the pain. It's like you never left, it's like you're lying here. I inhale the memory and make you reappear. They say distance makes the fragile heart grow fond, but I am drowning in the middle of this lonely pond. So I pull your heavy sweater up against my chin. I close my eyes, let go of the world and breathe you in. It's not just a scent, it's a promise that you made, a microscopic anchor so my heart won't ever fade. Until the rusty key turns in the front door lock, I will fight the loneliness by turning back the clock. And I'll breathe you in, a mix of cedar wood and rain, secret kind of medicine that takes away the pain. It's like you never left, it's like you're lying here. I inhale the memory and make you reappear. They say distance makes the fragile heart grow fond, but I am drowning in the middle of this lonely pond. So I pull your heavy sweater up against my chin. I close my eyes, let go of the world, and breathe you in. Breathe you in. Cedar wood and rain, come back home soon. The digital clock is glowing red. It's 3:15. The city outside my window is as quiet as can be. I'm tangled in the bed sheets. My eyes are open wide, fighting a quiet battle with the restlessness inside. A solitary passing car turns the corner down the street. Its headlights cast a yellow glow that sweeps across my feet. The light catches the branches of the naked willow tree and throws a moving cinema across the wall for me. The shapes stretch out and lengthen, distorted and profound. A silent, ghostly theater without a single sound. I lie perfectly still and let my tired mind invent a meaning for the shadows and the messages they send. Watching shadows on the wall, dancing in the dark, twisting in the memories that leave a heavy mark. The tall and leaning figure looks exactly like your frame. The leaves are moving slowly like they're spelling out your name. It's just an optical illusion, just the physics of the light. But I will take the company on this lonely, endless night. I project my broken heart onto the plaster in the hall, finding comfort in the lonely, shifting shadows on the wall. The light begins to fade away as the car drives out of sight, plunging my little bedroom back into the solid night. But for a golden minute, I wasn't in this room alone. I was back inside your arms, the safest place I've known. My mind is playing cruel tricks, projecting what I lack, desperately searching the darkness to try and bring you back. I trace the empty plaster where the silhouette had been, waiting for another pair of headlights to begin. The shapes stretch out and lengthen, distorted and profound. A silent, ghostly theater without a single sound. I lie perfectly still and let my tired mind invent a meaning for the shadows and the messages they send. Watching shadows on the wall, dancing in the dark, twisting into memories that leave a heavy mark. That tall and leaning figure looks exactly like your frame. The leaves are moving slowly like they're spelling out your name. It's just an optical illusion, just the physics of the light. But I will take the company on this lonely, endless night. I project my broken heart onto the plaster in the hall, finding comfort in the lonely, shifting shadows on the wall. Someday I will learn to sleep without the need to dream. Someday I won't tear apart the fabric at the seam. But tonight I'm just a prisoner to the memories I keep, letting the shifting phantoms rock me gently off to sleep. Oh, watching shadows on the wall, dancing in the dark, twisting into memories that leave a heavy mark. The tall and leaning figure looks exactly like your frame. The leaves are moving slowly like they're spelling out your name. It's just an optical illusion, just the physics of the light. But I will take the company on this lonely endless night. I project my broken heart onto the plaster in the hall, finding comfort in the lonely, shifting shadows on the wall. Just shadows fading away. I miss you, closing my eyes. There's a cardboard shoebox hidden underneath my bed, filled with 100 conversations that I only had in my head. The edges of the envelopes are worn and turning brown, holding all the heaviest truths that always weighed me down. I wrote the first one on a Tuesday when it started to pour. The ink was bleeding through the paper like an open sore. I poured my trembling heart out in a messy cursive scrawl, but I couldn't find the courage to walk down to the hall. I bought the postage stamps, I wrote out your address, but then my anxious fingers froze in terrifying stress. I folded up my vulnerability and tucked it out of sight. Another silent secret swallowed by the quiet night. These are the letters I never sent to you, pages of apologies and skies are missing blue. Midnight confessions in the glow of a bedside lamp, trapped forever underneath an unlicked postage stamp. If you could read these tangled lines of poetry and pain, you'd know I stood outside your house in the freezing autumn rain. But fear is a heavy anchor and pride is a cool cement. So I drown inside this ocean of the letters I never sent. There's one I wrote last December when the snow began to fall. I told you how I missed the way your boots sounded in the hall. There's one from early April, smelling faintly of perfume, saying how the spring feels empty in my solitary room. I spilled my darkest secrets, I admitted all my flaws. I laid my weapons on the ground and broke my own stubborn laws. Every time I'm missing you became too hard to bear. I wrote it down on paper, pretending you were there. I bought the postage stamps, I wrote out your address, but then my anxious fingers froze in terrifying stress. I folded up my vulnerability of sight. Another silent secret swallowed by the quiet night. These are the letters I never sent to you. Pages of apologies and skies are missing blue. Midnight confessions in the glow of a bedside lamp, trapped forever underneath an unlit postage stamp. If you could read these tangled lines of poetry and pain, you know I stood outside your house in the freezing autumn rain. But fear is a heavy anchor and pride is a cruel cement. So I drown inside this ocean of the letters I never sent. Maybe someday I will find the bravery I lack. Maybe I will drop them in the mail and never look back. But until that terrifying, liberating day arrives, these unsent pieces of my soul are living parallel lives. Yeah, these are the letters I never sent to you. Pages of apologies and skies of missing blue. Midnight confessions in the glow of a bedside lamp, trapped forever underneath an unlit postage stamp. If you could read these tangled lines of poetry and pain, you'd know I stood outside your house in the freezing autumn rain. But fear is a heavy anchor and pride is a cruel cement. So I drown inside this ocean of the letters I never sent. Just paper and ink, unspoken words. I'm sorry, I love you still.
The neon sign across the street is flickering red, buzzing like a hornet in the freezing autumn air. We've been sitting on this hood for 3 hours now. I breathe like smoke, silver frost in your hair. The paper cup between my palms has lost its steam. The bitter brew turned sour in the midnight chill. But I haven't moved an inch, I haven't looked away. Time has stopped its ticking on this quiet hill. The city sleeps below us, an ocean made of glass. Cars are passing by, a blurred and distant mass. My jacket isn't heavy enough to keep the winter out. But then you reach across the dark and cast away my doubt. Cold coffee and warm hands, that's all it takes to make me understand. The world is spinning out of my control, but your skin against mine is anchoring my soul. We don't have the answers, we don't have a plan, just empty paper cups on the dashboard stand. I'll brave the bitter weather of these broken lands as long as I have cold coffee silent conversation that we don't need to speak. The headlights of a lonely truck sweep across your face, highlighting the solitary tear upon your cheek. You've been carrying a mountain that you never show, fighting invisible battles in the dead of the night. Let me take a fraction of the heavy load you tow. Hold my fingers tighter until the morning light. The radio is playing a forgotten indie tune. We're bathed in the silver of a fading crescent moon. My jacket isn't heavy enough to keep the winter out, but then you reach across the dark and cast away my down. Cold coffee and warm hands, that's all it takes to make me understand. The world is spinning out of my control, but your skin against mine is anchor in my soul. We don't have the answers, we don't have a plan, just empty paper cups on the dashboard stand. I'll brave the bitter weather of these broken lands as long as I have cold coffee in your warm hands. I don't need a summer that never seems to end. I don't need a savior, I just need my friend. Let the temperature drop, let the snowflakes fall. I am safe inside this bubble, I am safe from it all. Cold coffee and warm hands, that's all it takes to make me understand. The world is spinning out of my control, but your skin against mine is anchor in my soul. We don't have the answers, we don't have a plan, just empty paper cups on the dashboard stand. I'll brave the bitter weather of these broken lands as long as I have cold coffee and your warm hands. Your warm hands. Let the coffee freeze. I'm right where I wanna be. Right where I wanna be.
The room is painted heavy in a pitch black shade of ink. You're sitting on the carpet, trying far too hard to think. The demons in your memory are putting on a cruel every silver lining is beginning now to fade. You told me I should leave you, that you're broken and you're scarred, that loving someone trapped inside the dark is much too hard. But I just pulled a blanket up and sat down by your side. I'm not afraid of shadows, and I don't know how to hide. The fireplace is nothing but a bed of cooling ash. We're listening to the window pane as the heavy raindrops crash. You think the night is endless, that the morning won't arrive, but I am here to witness how your spirit will survive. We are waiting on the sun, we are sitting through the dark. I will be the guardian of your fading quiet spark. I cannot fight your monsters, I cannot cure the pain, but I will hold your trembling hand beneath the freezing rain. It takes a kind of courage just to breathe in and breathe out when you are drowning in an ocean of paralyzing doubt. So lay your weary head upon my shoulder, let it run. I'm not going anywhere, I'm waiting on the sun. I've seen you in the summer when your laughter shook the trees, when your heart was flying high upon a golden southern breeze. I know the man you are beneath this temporary shroud. I know the brilliant blue behind this suffocating cloud. The pendulum swings heavy and the seasons have to turn. Sometimes the ice has got to freeze before the wood can burn. You don't have to force a smile, you don't have to try to speak. I will be the pillar for the days when you are weak. The fireplace is nothing but a bed of cooling ash. We're listening to the window pane as the heavy raindrops crash. You think the night is endless, that the morning won't arrive, but I am here to witness how your spirit will survive. We are waiting on the sun, we are sitting through the dark. I will be the guardian of your fading quiet spark. I cannot fight your monsters, I cannot cure the pain, but I will hold your trembling hand beneath the freezing rain. It takes a kind of courage just to breathe in and breathe out when you are drowning in an ocean of paralyzing doubt. So lay your weary head upon my shoulder, let it run. I'm not going anywhere, I'm waiting on the sun. There's a sliver in the east, a tiny line of violet that is taming down the beast. The earth is slowly turning, though you cannot feel the spin. The night is finally breaking and the morning will begin. We were waiting on the sun, and the light is bleeding through painting golden halos on the fragile face of you. I told you we would make it, I told you we would stand, and I haven't let go of your shivering, tired hand. It takes a kind of courage just to breathe in and breathe out when you are drowning in an ocean of paralyzing doubt. But the darkness is defeated and the battle has been won. Open up your tired eyes. Here comes the sun. Here comes the light. You made it through. I'm still right here, warm and safe. I was standing in the kitchen, staring at the coffee cups, realizing I don't need the second one to wake me up. I walked into the hallway and I looked down at the floor. There's a space where your muddy boots used to block the door. It's not the noisy arguments that tear the heart apart. It's the silent, hollow vacuum when the moving trucks depart. You packed your favorite records in the jacket that you wore, but you left a heavy emptiness I cannot ignore. It's the negative space upon the velvet living room couch. It's the phantom shape of you inside the camera pouch. The architecture of this house has changed its very shape, a melancholy monument to a quiet, slow escape. Oh, it's the spaces we leave that make the loudest sound, the invisible craters buried deep beneath the ground, the empty passenger seat where you used to change the songs, the half-empty closet where your winter coat belongs. I can sweep the wooden floors and paint the bedroom walls. I can change the locks and learn to ignore the ghostly calls. But I'm living in a museum of the things that used to be, surrounded by the heavy breathing spaces left of thee. I went down to the grocery store to buy some evening wine. I instinctively reached out for that favorite brand of thine. My hand stopped in the chilly air, hovering by the glass, as a wave of sudden realization slowly came to pass. I don't need to buy the bitter greens you always used to make. I don't need to tiptoe round the house so you wouldn't wake. There's so much room to breathe now, so much room to spread, but this oxygen feels thinner in my lonely, oversized bed. It's the negative space upon the velvet living room couch. It's the phantom shape of you inside the camera pouch. The architecture of this house has changed its very shape, a melancholy monument to a quiet, slow escape. Oh, it's the spaces we leave that make the loudest sound, the invisible craters buried deep beneath the ground, the empty passenger seat where you used edges of a broken dream. But nature hates a vacuum, and it rushes to fill the void with 1,000 lonely memories that cannot be destroyed. Yeah, it's the spaces we leave that make the loudest sound. The invisible craters buried deep beneath the ground. The empty passenger seat where you used to change the songs. The half-empty closet where your winter coat belongs. I can sweep the wooden floors and paint the bedroom walls. I can change the locks and learn to ignore the ghostly calls. But I'm living in a museum of the things that used to be, surrounded by the heavy breathing spaces left of the spaces we leave. An empty chair, a quiet room. I miss the noise. The sun is dipping slowly behind the jagged western hills, pouring liquid gold upon the dusty window sills. The room is softly bathed in a melancholic, gentle glow, the shadows stretching out across the wooden floors below. We are sitting by the fireplace, the logs have turned to ash. We aren't making any sudden moves, we aren't doing anything rash. We are watching the embers pulse, breathing in the quiet air, noticing the silver threads that have woven through our hair. The ticking of the grandfather clock is heavy in the room. We are lingering in the twilight, resisting the coming gloom. There's a glass of whiskey on the table, catching the dying light, reflecting a fiery jewel before the coming of the night. We are caught in the fading amber of the golden hour, watching the petals drop from the beautiful wilting flower. There's no anger in the ending, there's no bitter, angry fight, just a slow and graceful fading into the velvet night. We burned so bright and furiously when we were wildly young, but now the final chorus of our melody is sung. Let's just hold hands in the silence beneath the darkening sky, basking in the fading amber before we say goodbye. I trace the lines upon your face, a map of everywhere we've been, the laughter and the tragedies carved deeply in your skin. We don't need to force the conversation, we don't need to try and fix a masterpiece that's slowly crumbling like ancient Roman bricks. Some loves explode in supernovas, crashing down in flames. Some loves get lost in cruel betrayals and pointing out the blames. But ours is like the turning season, a natural, quiet shift, a peaceful realization that we've simply started to drift. The ticking of the grandfather clock is heavy in the room. We are lingering in the twilight, resisting the coming gloom. There's a glass of whiskey on the table, catching the dying light, reflecting a fiery we say goodbye. It takes a special kind of bravery to know when things are done, to stop pretending we can chase the setting of the sun. I will always love the memory of the fire we used to tend, but the embers are growing cold, my sweet and weary friend. Yes, we are caught in the fading ember of the golden hour, watching the petals drop from the beautiful wilting flower. There's no anger in the ending, there's no bitter, angry fight, just a slow and graceful fading into the velvet night. We burned so bright and furiously when we were wildly young, but now the final chorus of our melody is sung. Let's just hold hands in the silence beneath the darkening sky, basking in the fading amber before we say goodbye. Fading amber, the light is gone. It was beautiful. Thank you. It hangs upon the brass hook on the back of the bedroom door, a checkerboard of red and black trailing near the floor. The collar has been fraying for half a dozen years, and the left breast pocket caught 1,000 of my silent tears. It's way too big for my shoulders, the sleeves swallow my hands, but putting it on is the only way my broken heart survives and stands. It smells like pine needles, old spice, and a burning hickory fire, a sensory illusion that my grieving mind requires. The fabric has grown thin, washed 100 times or more, but it holds your phantom shape just like it did before. When the autumn chill creeps in through the cracks in the window pane, I wrap myself inside your ghost and try to numb the pain. Oh, this faded flannel is my suit of armor now. It keeps the winter out and calms my troubled brow. The elbows are wearing thin, the bottom button's gone, but wearing it is how I find the strength to carry on. It's just cotton and some thread slowly falling at the seams, but it's a physical embrace straight out of my memories. I walk around the empty house, drowning in the plaid, wearing this faded flannel, the best thing I ever had. I remember when you bought it at that thrift store in the rain. You laughed and said it fit you like a solitary train. You wore it chopping firewood, you wore it fixing up the car, you wore it playing dusty chords on your battered old guitar. It absorbed the very essence of the man you used to be, and when you had to leave this earth, you left it here for me. So I wear it as a mantle, a sacred holy shroud, silence in the hallway gets a little bit too loud. The fabric has grown thin, washed 100 times or more, but it holds your phantom shape just like it did before. When the autumn chill creeps in through the cracks in the window pane, I wrap myself inside your ghost and try to numb the pain. Oh, this faded flannel is my suit of armor now. It keeps the winter out and calms my troubled brow. The elbows are wearing thin, the bottom button's gone, but wearing it is how I find the strength to carry on. It's just cotton and some thread slowly falling at the seams, but it's a physical embrace straight out of my memories. I walk around the empty house, drowning in the plaid, wearing this faded flannel, the best thing I ever had. Put it in a cardboard box. They say I need to move along, change the house's heavy locks, but they don't understand the magic woven in the cloth. I'm drawn to your memory like a desperate search in Mars. So this faded flannel is my suit of armor now. It keeps the winter out and calms my troubled brow. The elbows are wearing thin, the bottom button's gone, but wearing it is how I find the strength to carry on. It's just cotton and some thread slowly falling at the seams, but it's a physical embrace straight out of my memories. I walk around the empty house, drowning in the plaid, wearing this faded flannel, the best thing I ever had. Just red and black, fading away. I miss you today. I miss you today. The crickets are tuning their instruments deep in the tall grass, watching another lonely midnight slowly coming past. I'm sitting in the rocking chair, a blanket on my knees, listening to the wind whisper secrets to the weeping trees. You drive a rig across the country, chasing down the white lines, navigating canyon roads and towering northern pines. You told me you'd be back before the Sunday morning rain, so I'm keeping my eyes fixed upon the driveway once again. The moths are dancing blindly around the yellow painted bowl, a tiny little beacon in this dark and quiet world. It's not a fancy lighthouse standing tall upon the shore, just a simple 60-watt shining down upon the wooden door. you're driving down the county road, tired and alone, you see that hazy yellow star and know you've made it home. Let the engine rumble, let the tires eat the dust. I'm guarding our foundation, built on steady, quiet trust. No matter how far you travel, no matter where you roam, I'll leave the porch lights burning to guide you safely home. I know the highway gets seductive, I know the diner coffee's cold, I know you carry heavy stories that you leave untold. The static on the radio, the fading country stations, the solitary diner booths, and nameless destinations. But I brewed a pot of chamomile and left it on the stove. I swept the falling autumn leaves from out the little cove. I'm anchored to this wooden deck, an island in the night, waiting for the gravel crunch and the flash of headlights. The moths are dancing blindly around the yellow painted boat, a tiny little beacon in this dark and quiet world. It's not a fancy lighthouse standing tall upon the shore, just a simple 60-watt shining down upon the wooden door. I always leave the porch lights on for you, a glowing drop of honey in the midnight blue. So when you're driving down the county road, tired and alone, you see that hazy yellow star and know you've made it home. Let the engine rumble, let the tires eat the dust. I'm guarding our foundation, built on steady, quiet trust. No matter how far you travel, no matter where you roam, I'll leave the porch lights burning to guide you safely home. Sometimes the fog rolls in so thick you cannot see the signs. Sometimes the world tries hard to blur the solid boundary lines. But if you ever lose your way, just look towards the east. I am fighting off the shadows, I am taming every beast. I always leave the porch lights on for you, a glowing drop of honey in the midnight blue. So when you're driving down the county road, tired and alone, you'll see that hazy yellow star and know you've made it home. Let the engine rumble, let the tires eat the dust. I'm guarding our foundation, built on steady, quiet trust. No matter how far you travel, no matter where you roam, I'll leave the porch lights burning to guide you safely home. I leave the light on, drive safe, my love. I'll be right here on the porch. The sky's been crying since the middle of the week. The river banks are swelling and the roof roof has sprung a leak. The gray clouds are heavy, hanging low upon the town, bringing everyone's spirits slowly, inevitably down. But I put on a kettle and I gathered up the wood. I built a little fire just as brightly as I could. I sat down by the window pane. The glass was wet and cold, and I watched the weeping, melancholic tragedy unfold. Most people hate the weather when it hides the summer sun. They lock their wooden doors and they hide away and run. But I see a weary sky that just needs to be consoled, a universe that's tired of being brave and being bold. So I am singing a lullaby for the rain, a soft and gentle melody to wash away the pain. Let the drops fall heavy, let the thunder softly roll. This water is a medicine to heal a tired soul. Hush now to the storm, you can't let your burdens go. I will play my six-stringed wooden guitar, nice and slow. Every falling droplet is a tear that needs to fall. I am singing a lullaby for the rain answering its call. The smell of the petrichor is rising from the dirt, a natural anesthetic for the places that it hurt. I think of all the arguments, the anger and the grief, and watch them wash away off the surface of a leaf. Nature has a beautiful destructive way to clear away the wreckage and to make the grass so green. I hum a little chorus to the puddles in the street, finding comfort in the steady drumming rhythmic beat. Most people hate the weather when it hides the summer sun. They lock their wooden doors and they hide away and run. But I see a weary sky that just needs to be consoled, a universe that's tired of being brave and being bold. So I am singing a lullaby for the rain, a soft and gentle melody to wash away the pain. Let the drops fall heavy, let the thunder softly roll. This water is a medicine to heal a tired soul. Hush now to the storm, you can't let your burdens go. I will play my six-stringed wooden guitar, nice and slow. Every falling droplet is a tear that needs to fall. I am singing a lullaby for the rain answering its call. So let it pour down violently until the sky is dry. I will sit right here and sing my quiet lullaby, singing a lullaby for the rain, a soft and gentle melody to wash away the pain. Let the drops fall heavy, let the thunder softly roll. This water is a medicine to heal a tired soul. Hush now to the storm, you can't let your burdens go. I will play my six-stringed wooden guitar, nice and slow. Every falling droplet is a tear that needs to fall. I am singing a lullaby for the rain answering its call. Sleep now, storm, wash wash it all away. Everything is clean now, everything is warm. The midnight rain is falling on the rusty copper tin. The temperature is dropping and the chill is creeping in. I'm lying under blankets, staring blindly at the dark, listening to the lonely distant howling of a hound dog in the park. And just as I am drifting to a heavy dreamless sleep, I hear the wooden floorboards slowly start to groan and weep. A familiar rhythmic tapping moving right outside my door, a sound I haven't heard in at least a year or more. I hold my breath and freeze beneath the covers of the bed. Is it a trick of gravity or a phantom in my head? My rational mind is screaming that I'm completely all alone, but my broken heart is waiting for the turning of the phone. There are echoes in the hallway, footsteps in the night, shadows moving softly just beyond the bedroom light. I know you moved 1,000 miles across the great divide, but your memory refuses to stay buried and to hide. It's just the house settling down, it's just the autumn breeze, it's just my own imagination bringing me down to my knees. But I swear I hear you pacing, pacing up and down the floor. These echoes in the hallway won't leave me anymore. I tiptoe to the threshold and I slowly turn the knob. The silence in the corridor is thick enough to rob me of my basic senses as I peer into the gloom, looking for a silhouette beside the bathroom room. There's nothing but the moonlight painting rectangles of white, no familiar shoulder leaning in the quiet night. I sigh a breath of sorrow mixed with a little bit of fear. The ghost wasn't real, but the loneliness is clear. I hold my breath and freeze beneath the covers of the bed. Is it a trick of gravity or a phantom in my head? My rational mind is screaming that I'm completely all alone, but my broken heart is waiting for the turning of the phone. There are echoes in the hallway, footsteps in the night, shadows moving softly just beyond the bedroom light. I know you moved 1,000 miles across the great divide, but your memory refuses to stay buried and to hide. It's just the house settling down, it's just the autumn breeze, it's just my own imagination bringing me down to my knees. But I swear I hear you pacing, pacing up and down the floor. These echoes in the hallway won't leave me anymore. They say that every sound we make ripples out into the space, leaving microscopic vibrations we can never quite erase. Maybe your love was just so loud, so violently profound, that it's permanently woven into the timber Footsteps in the night, shadows moving softly just beyond the bedroom light. I know you moved 1,000 miles across the great divide, but your memory refuses to stay buried and to hide. It's just the house settling down. It's just the autumn breeze. It's just the autumn breeze. It's just my own imagination bringing me down to my knees. But I swear I hear you pacing, pacing up and down the floor. These echoes in the hallway won't leave me anymore. Just echoes. I still hear you in the dark. Good night. I used to read those paperback romances in my youth, looking for a lightning strike, thinking that was the truth. I thought love was a hurricane, a dramatic, tragic scene, a movie script ending with a kiss upon a silver screen. I waited for the fireworks to explode in my chest. I chased the thrilling roller coasters, put my heart right to the test. But all those burning meteors, they faded out so fast, leaving nothing but some ashes in the shadows of the past. Then you walked into my life without a warning or a sound. No trumpets played from heaven, no earthquake shook the ground. You just sat beside me and offered me a sip of tea, and suddenly the stormy ocean turned into a placid sea. Ours is a quiet kind of love that doesn't need a shout. It's a sturdy wooden table when the lights are going out. It's not a burning wildfire that consumes everything it sees. It's a gentle summer breeze whispering through the willow trees. We don't need the grand gestures for the whole wide world to view. I just need the steady rhythm of walking next to you. It took me years to realize, to finally rise above the greatest romance of them all is a quiet kind of love. We don't go out dancing in the fancy crowded bars. We sit on the back porch steps trying to count the stars. You know exactly how I take my coffee in the cup. You know exactly what to say when I am ready to give up. There's no jealous screaming, no slamming of the doors, just a silent understanding as we sweep the wooden floors. We've built a sanctuary out of patience and out of trust, while all the flashy fairy tales are turning into dust. When my anxieties are loud and banging on my head, you just hold my trembling hands on the edge of the bed. No magic spells or poetry, no dramatic scripted lines, just a quiet reassurance that everything is fine. Ours is a quiet kind of love that doesn't need a shout. It's a sturdy wooden table when the lights are going out. It's not a burning wildfire that consumes everything it sees. It's a gentle summer breeze whispering through the willow trees. We don't need the grand gestures for the whole wide world to view. I just need the steady rhythm of walking next to you. It took me years to realize, to finally rise above the greatest romance of them all. is a quiet kind of love. Let the poets write about the tragedy and tears. I will take the comfort of your hand throughout the passing years. It might seem ordinary to a stranger walking past, but this foundation is the only kind that's built to last. I just need the steady rhythm of walking next to you. It took me years to realize, to finally rise above the greatest romance of my life is this quiet kind of love. A quiet kind of love, no need to shout, just you and me, quietly. The morning sun is sneaking through the blinds, painting golden stripes across the wooden floor. I left you tangled in the heavy quilt behind, and softly closed the creaking bedroom door. The house is breathing in a quiet and steady rhythm, a symphony of dust motes dancing in the light. I step onto the freezing ceramic tiles, still wearing the oversized shirt from last night. The coffee maker sighs a heavy breath, the water drips a metronome of peace. In this tiny world we built from scratch, all the outside worries suddenly cease. Barefoot in the kitchen, half awake and humming, stirring sugar into porcelain cups for two. There's no grand parade, no distant drums or drumming, just the simple, quiet magic of loving you. I don't need a mansion on a velvet hill, or a love that's loud and desperately wild. Just this Sunday silence, standing perfectly still, barefoot in the kitchen with you in my mind. I hear the floorboards shifting down the hall, a sleepy shadow leaning in the doorway frame. You rub your eyes and catch me staring at the wall, and with a gravel voice you softly call my name. You wrap your arms around my shivering waist, your chin resting heavy on my shoulder blade. The bitter scent of coffee and the minty taste, this is the only paradise we ever made.
catch, I found the only thing I'll ever need to catch. Barefoot in the kitchen, half awake and humming, stirring sugar into porcelain cups for two. There's no grand parade, no distant drums or drumming, just the simple, quiet magic of loving you. I don't need a mansion on a velvet hill, or a love that's loud and desperately wild. Just this Sunday silence, standing perfectly still, barefoot in the kitchen with you in my mind. They say that passion burns out like a dying spark, but they don't know the warmth of embers in the dark. It's not in the fireworks that light up the sky, it's in the quiet mornings and the sleepy sigh. Barefoot in the kitchen, half awake and humming, stirring sugar into porcelain cups for two. There's no grand parade, no distant drums or drumming, just the simple, quiet magic of loving you. I don't need a mansion on a velvet hill, or a love that's loud and desperately wild. Just this Sunday silence, standing perfectly still, barefoot in the kitchen with you by my side. Just barefoot in the kitchen. Coffee's getting cold, but your hands are so warm.
I'm looking through the window of a dusty Greyhound bus, watching America roll by in a cloud of rust and dust. The wooden telephone poles are flashing past the pane, connecting every lonely town across the Central Plain. I press the glowing screen against my tired, freezing cheek, listening to the static as I wait for you to speak. There's a 2-second delay before I hear your sleepy voice, but it's the sweetest symphony, the music of my choice. There are states and there are time zones drawn between our separate beds, 1,000 miles of highway stretching far ahead, but they shrink to almost nothing when you softly say my name. The geography is different, but the feeling is the same. Over miles of wire, humming in the dark, a copper thread transmitting the beating of my heart. Through the canyons and the valleys, over mountains thick with snow, your voice is traveling to me, warming up the bitter cold. I cannot touch your shoulder, I cannot kiss your face, but my soul is flying to you through the atmospheric space. We are tethered by the audio, a delicate tightrope walk, holding on to sanity as long as we can talk. Over miles of wire, bringing you to me. You tell me how it's raining on your side of the divide, I tell you how the desert looks so violently wide. We talk about the mundane things, the coffee and the news, trying to ignore the heavy melancholy blues. Sometimes the signal drops and leaves a terrifying hush, a momentary panic in the lonely midnight rush. But then the line reconnects with the crackle and a pop, and my spiraling anxieties immediately stop. There are states and there are time zones drawn between our separate beds, 1,000 miles of highway stretching far ahead. But they shrink to almost nothing when you softly say my name. The geography is different, but the feeling is the same. Over miles of wire, humming in the dark, a copper thread transmitting the beating of my heart. Through the canyons and the valleys, over mountains tipped with snow, your voice is traveling to me, warming up the bitter cold. I cannot touch your shoulder, I cannot kiss your face, but my soul is flying to you through the atmospheric space. We are tethered by the audio, a delicate tightrope walk, holding on to sanity as long as we can talk. Over miles of wire, bringing you to me. It's a miracle of science, but it feels like magic grace that I can close my eyes and suddenly be in your space. And these steel guitar strings that I pluck beneath my thumb are vibrating the very same as the telephone lines hum. Over miles of wire, humming in the dark, a copper thread transmitting the beating of my heart. Through the canyons and the valleys, over mountains tipped with snow, your voice is traveling to me, warming up the bitter cold. I cannot touch your shoulder, I cannot kiss your face, but my soul is flying to you through the atmospheric space. We are tethered by the audio, a delicate tightrope walk, holding on to sanity as long as we can talk. Over miles of wire, bringing you to me. Humming in the dark, I can hear you, I love you too. Good night. Good night. The rain is drumming softly against the window glass, washing away the colors of the weekend rushing past. My phone is flashing brightly on the wooden nightstand table with messages from the outside world, but I am just not able to care about the deadlines, the obligations and the rush, when the only thing I'm feeling is this velvet morning hush. You murmur in your sleep and pull my body closer still. We are hiding in a fortress on top of Pillow Hill. The alarm clock tried to warn us at 7:35. I hit the snooze button just to keep this dream alive. Let the city drown in puddles, let the traffic jam the street. We are safely barricaded in this cotton soft retreat. We are tangled in the sheets, a messy knot of limbs, following the current wherever the lazy river swims. No places we should be, no mountains left to climb, just losing ourselves inside this little pocket of time. Your heartbeat is a lullaby playing against my chest. In this chaotic universe, we found a place to rest. Let the whole world keep on spinning, spinning on repeat. I just wanna stay forever, tangled in the sheets. A sliver of the gray light cuts across your face, highlighting the freckles that I always loved to trace. We haven't spoken a single word since we woke up today, because silence is the only language that we need to play. There's a pile of laundry waiting by the bedroom door, and a stack of unpaid bills scattered on the hardwood floor. But right now they are fictions from a planet far away, because we declared a holiday for just us two today. The alarm clock gave up trying. Around the 8:45, I kissed your sleepy forehead, and you tangled yours with mine. Let the city drown in puddles, let the traffic jam the street. We are safely barricaded in this cotton soft retreat. We are tangled in the sheets, a messy knot of limbs, following the current wherever the lazy river swims. No places we should be, no mountains left to climb, just losing ourselves inside this little pocket of time. Your heartbeat is a lullaby playing against my chest. In this chaotic universe, we found a place to rest. Let the whole world keep on spinning, spinning on repeat. I just wanna stay forever, tangled in the sheets. They say you have to hustle, they say you have to run, but I found all my treasure before the day has even begun. In the creases of the linen, in the rhythm of your breath, I will guard this sacred lazy Sunday right unto my death. We are tangled in the sheets, a messy knot of limbs, following the current wherever the lazy river swims. No places we should be, no mountains left to climb, just losing ourselves inside this little pocket of time. Your heartbeat is a lullaby playing against my chest. In this chaotic universe, we found a place to rest. Let the whole world keep on spinning, spinning on repeat. I just wanna stay forever, tangled in the sheets, tangled, don't let go, let it rain outside, we're fine in here. took the Sunday newspaper and tore it into squares, sitting on the carpet near the bottom of the stairs. I folded in the corners with a delicate, steady hand, creating tiny vessels that would never reach the land. We built our fragile romance just exactly like these ships, with honey-coated promises upon our trembling lips. We didn't have the iron, and we didn't have the wood. We only had our fragile hopes, and did the best we could. The gutters in the street are overflowing with the rain, a raging muddy river washing down the city drain. I walk out to the sidewalk in my yellow rubber coat and carefully release my little fragile paper boat. We are sailing paper boats into a hurricane, trying to protect a tiny candle in the rain. It's beautiful and reckless, it's a tragedy of art, trusting such a fragile thing with a heavy beating heart. The water pulls it underneath, the ink begins to bleed. The current is too violent for a vessel without speed. I watch it slowly sink beneath the unforgiving foam, knowing that our paper boat was never coming home. I knew the odds against us when I took you by the hand. I knew we were building castles on a foundation of sand. The real world is a monster with a heavy crushing jaw. It doesn't care for poetry, it doesn't care for awe, but for a fleeting moment as the boat stayed floating high, reflecting the silver lightning of the stormy, angry sky. I believe that we could conquer the impossible divine. I believe that your paper heart could safely carry mine. But the gutters in the street are overflowing with the rain, a raging muddy river washing down the city drain. I stood upon the sidewalk in my yellow rubber coat and watched the water swallow up my little paper boat. We are sailing paper boats into a hurricane, trying to protect a tiny candle in the rain. It's beautiful and reckless, it's a tragedy of art, trusting such a fragile thing with a heavy beating heart. The water pulls it underneath, the ink begins to bleed. The current is too violent for a vessel without speed. I watch it slowly sink beneath the unforgiving foam, knowing that our paper boat was never coming home. Just to show us they are real. I would rather watch it sink than never learn to feel. Yeah, we were sailing paper boats into a hurricane, trying to protect a tiny candle in the rain. It's beautiful and reckless, it's a tragedy of art, trusting such a fragile thing with a heavy beating heart. The water pulls it underneath, the ink begins to bleed. The current is too violent for a vessel without speed. I watch it slowly sink beneath the unforgiving foam, knowing that our paper boat was was never coming home. Just paper washed away, but it was beautiful, so beautiful. I am walking through the park beneath the ancient maple trees, watching the canopy surrender to the bitter autumn breeze. The branches shake and shiver, letting go of what they hold, trading in their summer green for a tragic rusty gold. There is a chaotic beauty in the way they detach and fall, no fighting against the gravity, no resisting the final call. I watch them dance upon the air, a swirling, helpless flight, before they hit the frozen ground and disappear from sight. We try so hard to grip the steering wheel of our design. We try to map the future out in a perfectly straight line, but forces bigger than our hearts come sweeping through the plain and wash away our sand castles with a sudden driving rain. We are just leaves in the wind, drifting without a sound, spinning in the atmosphere, hoping for solid ground. You cannot fight the hurricane, you cannot cage the storm. You just have to trust the current to keep your spirit warm. We meet, we crash, we separate, we float across the sky, sometimes without a reason, sometimes without a goodbye. We carry the illusion of control until the branches bend, but ultimately we are only leaves caught in the wind. I remember how you held me tight, vowing you would never leave, a beautiful and heavy promise that we wanted to believe. But life came rushing like a gale from off the eastern shore and blew the heavy hinges off our sturdy wooden door. You were carried to a different town, a different twist of fate, and I was left upon the branch a day or two too late. Now I don't hold any resentment, I don't harbor any blame, because the wind does not apologize, it doesn't have a name. We try so hard to grip the steering wheel of our design. We try to map the future out in a perfectly straight line, but forces bigger than our hearts come sweeping through the plain and wash away our sand castles with a sudden driving rain. We are just leaves in the wind, drifting without a sound, spinning in the atmosphere, hoping for solid ground. You cannot fight the hurricane, you cannot cage the storm. You just have to trust the current to keep your spirit warm. We meet, we crash, we separate, we float times without a goodbye. We carry the illusion of control until the branches bend. But ultimately, we are only leaves caught in the wind, just drifting, letting go where the wind blows. We follow. I was clearing out the boxes in the attic space today, moving through the cardboard memories that I had packed away. Beneath a pile of winter coats and faded magazines, I found the soundtrack to our messy teenage fever dreams. A cardboard sleeve with worn out edges smelling of the past, a relic from a golden era that was never meant to last. I pulled it from his paper sleeve, a disc of heavy black, and suddenly the years we lost began to tumble back. I traced the tiny circular grooves with my fingertip, remembering the taste of cherry cola on your lip. I set it on the turntable and turned the dial to slow, and hold my breath waiting for the only ghost I know. Blowing the dust off the vinyl, letting the needle drop, listening to the crackle and the static hiss and pop. The melody comes bleeding through the speakers on the floor, and suddenly you're standing in my living room once more. It's a time machine made out of wax, spinning at 33, playing back the beautiful mistakes of you and me. We couldn't make it work back then, our timing was all wrong, but I still keep your memory alive inside this song. The acoustic guitar starts to play that familiar melody. The singer's voice is trembling with a tragic honesty. I close my eyes and I can see the dashboard of your car, driving down the interstate beneath a solitary star. We sang the chorus at the top of our lungs into the night, believing that this simple tune could make the whole world right. Now I'm sitting on the hardwood floor, a lifetime miles away, letting the analog emotion wash the modern world away. The turntable is humming like a beating heavy heart, a bridge across the decades that have kept us far apart. I set it on the turntable and turn the dial to slow, and let the bittersweet nostalgia softly overflow. Blowing the dust off the vinyl, letting the needle drop, listening to the crackle and the static hiss and pop. The melody comes bleeding through the speakers on the floor, and suddenly you're standing in my living room once more. It's a time machine made out of wax, spinning at 33, playing back the beautiful mistakes of you and me. We couldn't make it work back then, our timing was all wrong, but I still keep your memory alive inside this song. The digital world is perfect, it never skips a beat. sound exactly like the messy way we kissed. Blowing the dust off the vinyl, letting the needle drop, listening to the crackle and the static hiss and pop. The melody comes bleeding through the speakers on the floor, and suddenly you're standing in my living room once more. It's a time machine made out of wax, spinning at 33, playing back the beautiful mistakes of you and me. We couldn't make it work back then, our timing was all wrong, but I still keep your memory alive inside this song, spinning round and round, dust on the vinyl. I hear you singing along. I climbed out on the roof tiles when the house fell fast asleep, wrapping up my shoulders in a cardigan so cheap. The neighborhood is quiet, all the porch lights are turned out, and the crickets in the bushes have forgot what they're about. I tilt my heavy head back and I look up at the black, tracing imaginary lines that always lead me back. I find the belt of Orion and I find the northern star, and suddenly I realize that you aren't really far. If I had a paper map, I'd trace a line across the blue, from the coordinates of my lonely porch straight across to you. But the compass and the atlas, they are telling me a lie, because we share the same massive painted ceiling in the sky. We are sleeping under the same stars, staring at the moon, humming to the rhythm of the same old quiet tune. It's a giant silver canvas stretching over you and me, a glowing cosmic bridge above the mountains and the sea. When the distance feels too heavy and the loneliness is loud, I just look beyond the atmosphere and past the moving cloud, knowing that your eyes are looking at the exact same light. We are together under the same stars tonight. You called me yesterday and said you watched the meteor shower, sitting on the hood of your car for nearly half an hour. You described the shooting trails of dust burning in the dark, and I could picture perfectly that old abandoned park. The moon is acting like a mirror, reflecting down my face, bouncing off the surface across the atmospheric space, landing gently on your window 1,000 miles away, a silent little messenger of the words I cannot say. If I had a paper map, I'd trace a line across the blue, from the coordinates of my lonely porch straight across to you. But the compass and the atlas, they are telling me a lie, because we share the same massive painted ceiling in the sky. We are sleeping under the same stars, staring at the moon, humming to the rhythm of the same old quiet tune. It's a giant silver canvas stretching over you and me, a glowing cosmic bridge above the mountains and the sea. When the distance feels too heavy and the loneliness is loud, I just look beyond the atmosphere and past the moving cloud, exact same light. We are together under the same stars tonight. Generations before us looked at the very same display, finding hope in the darkness before the breaking of the day. It's the oldest kind of promise that the universe can make, that distance is an illusion that a simple glance can break. We are sleeping under the same stars, staring at the moon, humming to the rhythm of the same old quiet tune. It's a giant silver canvas stretching over you and me, a glowing cosmic bridge above the mountains and the sea. When the distance feels too heavy and the loneliness is loud, I just look beyond the atmosphere and past the moving cloud, knowing that your eyes are looking at the exact same light. We are together under the same stars tonight. Just look up, I'm looking too, under the same stars forever.